I was born and raised with skis on.
I loved it. I just wanted to be out skiing all the time. It made winter so much fun.
The thing that attracted me the most, I guess, was initially as a kid is sliding on the snow, going down hills, falling, having fun.
I do love it, and I think it's a great confidence builder for them, a wonderful family activity.
I enjoy the people. I enjoy being outside. The people that are involved in Nordic skiing have a real different attitude.
With skiing, it's kind of a thrill of going fast by your own power. It's addictive.
It's a good feeling when you're skiing.
Well, the name was a challenge. We probably went through 7 or 8 names, voted on them, approved them, passed them, and a week or two later we all come back and say, no, that's no good, that's no good. One day, a couple of us were looking at some old survey maps from the mid-1800s, and we're looking at the survey map of the area where the race follows, and it follows the Dead River from Ishpeming essentially all the way through into Marquette. And the names on the old survey maps had the Noke tribe name, and the whole land around the Dead River area was called the land of the Noke, or Nakamenon is how it came about. So it just kind of clicked. We gave it a shot, and I guess it stuck because we still have it.
The immigrants from Europe that came to work here in the mines and in the forests brought with them their love of certain sports that they knew in their native land. They also brought with them the idea of a club made up of interested people in a particular sport. For example, there was the Turnverein, which was the gymnasts from Germany, Schützenverein, which was the shooting society. These were people that spoke the same language, had the same customs, and it was an important aspect for an immigrant to acclimate himself to life in America. The Norden Ski Club, formed here in Ishpeming, January 24th, 1887, was such a club, made up of Norwegians who had learned to ski in Norway.
Well, if you go to Ski Hall of Fame, you can see the skis that I was skiing with in my early days, and they were just wooden skis with a leather strap over it, and you cut a piece of inner tube and put your foot in and hook the inner tube over your toe, and that held your foot in, but your foot just wobbled all over the place. And as time progressed, they came in with bindings that were part leather and part metal clamps on the heels, and then cable bindings and that kind of thing. So things kept progressing right up into the 1940s.
And I began to develop into a cross-country skier. I guess at that time I happened to have a friend or two who were older than I were who was interested in showing me how to cross-country ski and ski race. So by the time I was about 14 years old, I was moving from the ski jumping kinds of things and downhill skiing into cross-country skiing. But there wasn't a lot of cross-country ski equipment around here to purchase at the time. Interestingly enough, if you wanted to do some cross-country skiing, you had to know somebody who either made the equipment or had relatives in the old country that would import equipment over here. And through our Ishpeming Ski Club, we received some cross-country skis from Sweden. And they were a nice narrow ski with a beautiful little binding on it, very lightweight, but no ski poles. So I had a very special uncle who made me a pair of bamboo ski poles that were right up to my shoulders here, as I recall, long, and they were just great for double poling and working along the classic style that we did at that time only. And got into some competition. There was a lot of competition held around the northern part of the United States, and Ishpeming was one of the stops.
Many years ago we had the Marquette Ski Club, and that kind of went by the wayside as the Red Earth Loppet came in, which is the predecessor to the Cayman Inn. And all the people that were highly involved in the ski club got so busy with the race back then that they kind of let go of the ski club and just did the Red Earth Loppet. And I'm thinking about 8 years ago maybe, we decided we wanted to, the people around the community that ski a lot wanted to get something going for the youth again. We didn't want to see the sport die. So we started the program, the club, mainly to try to get some youth programs going. And it grew rapidly with going up into having senior programs and master programs now. So I'm going to say it's been about 8 years of trying to get that back on the start, and the club has just grown rapidly in the things that we've taken on, and we get all these new people coming in with new ideas, and we just keep branching and expanding. And so the main emphasis is still the youth program. We have close to 200 kids involved in one way or the other with the youth programs right now. So it evolved around that and just became a lot more, and now we've got the race involved as well. So.
Red Earth Loppet began as a result of a group of us who were active, interested, serious cross-country racers decided that this area should have a race that would attract good skiers and it would be a good experience for everybody. The main Red Earth Loppet began at National Mine and worked its way all the way down to Bothwell Middle School, with a shorter race ending in Negaunee and another one in Ishpeming. About halfway through its 15 years of existence, we ran into a snag because the Tilden Mine decided to expand their mining operation at National Mine, which cut off our start. We couldn't get from National Mine to Suicide Bowl. And at about the same time, the Marquette County landfill was built between Lindbergh's Gravel Pit and Bothwell Middle School, so we couldn't finish. And so, since the DNR was grooming Blueberry Ridge on a regular basis, and they had a nice loop system, we decided to move it to Blueberry Ridge. And with the help of Representative Jacob Betty, they acquired a nice piston bully groomer. So it became the cream of the area in terms of grooming. So that continued until 1998 was the final Red Earth Loppet. I was the race director from the second year for about 8 years, and then was in charge of sponsorships for about 4 years after that. And in 1998, that was the culmination, the finish of the Red Earth Loppet, and the Nocaymonon Marathon has taken over. The same people and others are involved in that one.
Well, the Nocaymonon is an offshoot of the Red Earth Loppet. The Red Earth Loppet was in Marquette for at least 15 years and it had some great success in the past. And then as our ski club had grown and some of the members of the Red Earth Loppet committee had been involved for a long time, they wanted to move on and do something else. And they asked our club if we'd be willing to take it over, and we said, yeah, we'd be willing to take it over if we could make a few changes. We wanted to make it big again like they had it. Again, to increase the culture of skiing, the awareness of the sport, and to raise some funds for our youth programs and for facilities, because we really don't have very good facilities in Marquette. We don't have a building, a warming shelter, we don't have consistent grooming, lots of things that people think we should have, we just don't, and we're trying to develop all that.
The equipment has, of course, become much lighter. more sophisticated. You know, of course, there's a lot more technology in the industry now with skiing, and you know, even the poles and the bindings and the boots. That the binding and boot combinations now fit together much better, much tighter fit in terms of, you know, the boot adhering to the ski, and then the heel of the boot actually conforming to the heel of the ski. So there's a lot of technological changes, especially you know, with the pole shaft itself is much lighter and stiffer, and the equipment is lighter and faster.
All the equipment and the clothing has made it tremendously easier. The clothing, for one, allows you to wear a lot less, so you're not as bulky and you're just as warm. You stay dry, you don't get cold like you used to. You can stay outside longer. The equipment has allowed you to, you know, go faster with the same amount of stability, with less effort. There's lighter equipment. You know, we used to have bamboo poles back then. Now we have carbon fiber poles that weigh 1/10 of the weight, and they're 10 times stronger. It's been great for the sport.
Classic technique is when you ski in the tracks that are made, the diagonal tracks, and you stay in those tracks, and it's like a walking motion. You're just going straight forward. That's how I started out, and everyone classic skied until the 80s when some racers, Bill Koch, experimented with skating and found that it was faster actually, and they implemented that into their classic races, and that's how it got started. It just caught on. It's fun. It's total speed. It's a lot like speed skating, you know, except you get to use your arms too. For those that downhill ski, it's the movements you use to get to the lift faster than anyone else. It's exact movements, only our skis are lighter, our poles are longer, you get more leverage. For those who don't downhill ski, it's a lot like ice skating, only you have poles to help you. Because the two are, skating is so much faster, it's not fair to race together. And so now there's different divisions, different distances. There are some traditionalists that, you know, don't care to skate, and there's still races for them.
Trail system is totally different. Yeah, there were lots of volunteer work, we had snowmobiles over here and homemade drags and homemade track setters. So it was strictly snowmobiles and snowshoes in the beginning. We had here many times 4, 5, 6 volunteers walking side by side to groom or pack the trail system for before we could even start dragging it. We had to get a good base. So that was strictly snowshoeing and labor of love, as far as there were lots of good volunteers we had at that time. And then of course we have graduated to more sophisticated grooming equipment like piston bowler here, which is really a must for us to maintain the high quality, high level trail system. Especially if we have an event going on, we have to have a certain quality of trail system.
Yeah, in the early history of skiing, you know, especially in the Sierra Nevadas where they had the big 25-foot long or 12-foot long skis and the big 12-foot poles, they called it ski doping. Fine pitch, maybe some paraffin wax, maybe some animal fat, who knows what they put on it. But the science of waxing really evolved probably in World War II with the training of all the mountain troops and things like that. Most of the major wax manufacturers at that time started actually producing wax for recreational use and becoming more scientific in the middle to late 1940s. It's a very basic, easy process. There's waxes on the market now that are simple rub-on waxes that work very well. For most recreational skiers, that's all you really need to do, because for cross-country, That type of a wax job will last, in the neighborhood of 10 to 15, maybe 20K at the most. And that's all most recreational skiers are going to need. My job as a race wax technician, shall we say, is say if you're skiing on Okaymenon and you're going to be out there 2.5, 3 hours, you want your skis as fast at 2.5 or 3 hours as at your initial stroke off the starting line. That's where you start to get into the really high tech, all the many layering of waxes and people like that. People ask me how long it takes me to wax a pair of skis. A minimum of an hour and a half, bare minimum.
Yeah, there's Darla Baumgarten, who's the director of the Ski Cats, and that's the elementary age, 5 to 10, and that introduces the kids to cross-country skiing through fun games and activities, just to be out with your friends. And so what that group and our group helps, and I think a few do it just for the social aspect, it's just to come and ski with other kids your age. But the Ski Cats, that's for the young ones, just to introduce the ski club through grants from Kiwanis and Rotary, different groups. We've gotten grants from Downwind. Well, we can purchase equipment, and we have purchased, I don't know the exact numbers, so we can help kids who don't have equipment. So that's Darla's group, and then my group with the junior program, we start working on technique, a little bit more on technique, still through games and fun activities. We don't do races every weekend, but like last year we had a nice finale type race for the kids, and Rojo official liked with the bibs and times, and tried to get them into the taste of racing. And then Joey Hagenmiller, who coaches the racing program, they have, there's no high school program in the UP, so they help with the high school kids that want cross-country skiing and want to race and want to be part of USSA and to try and go on to junior programs that the USSA offers, different teams that they can make.
The trail, it starts in the country village in Ishpeming, and it heads basically due north through some rolling terrain up to the south side of the Dead River Basin, cross along the Dead River Basin, and then go up through the old Granite Point trails. It's just some more rolling terrain and some incredibly scenic views. You come along a cliff edge where you're 200 feet above on a cliff overlooking the Dead River. It's a fantastic view you can see for about 20 miles from that point. Head back into the woods, get out to County Road 510, and it's about 1,000-foot elevation drop from there into Marquette, so it's a downhill race the last 23K. But it's a fairly comfortable trail. Any recreational skier can do it. It's easy enough. It's not incredibly challenging. Some beautiful views on the way in through Marquette. You come in right into the dome off the railroad tracks. You finish there right 50, 100 feet from being inside the dome.
Well, I skied in Okaymenon last year, and I didn't know what to expect because I hadn't been that involved with the race itself, but I was just amazed. It's one unique course, and it's a course for everyone. That's the beauty of it. It's not too difficult, and yet it's difficult enough that it provides a challenge for basically anyone, whether you're an elite racer or a beginner. Now, beginners could ski this course and be comfortable because the downhills aren't outrageous. They're fast, but they're not too turny or too technical. The uphills are real direct, straightforward. There's plenty of feed stations. I just thought it was a wonderful course, and I've had the opportunity, luckily since I've been in skiing all these years, to ski just about every ski marathon there is, and I would rank this one up in the top 10 of any ski marathon I've ever been in.
I think that it's just going to keep growing. I can't imagine that, the Birkebeiner is huge in the United States, and I'm thinking that's around 7,000 skiers right now. I don't know if we'd ever be able to top that, but the members on the board talk about how nice it would be if we could be up close to that. So right now, being one of the ski club members and thinking, oh, the work that goes into that, I keep thinking, 2,000 is a nice number. But I would like to see it grow, gradual growth each year, adding a few more hundred on and see where it can go. I think that the area that the trails are set up in can handle it. the community can definitely handle it. It's just a matter of the volunteer force that we can get out there is the biggest factor, I think. So.